Hi, this is Maria. I hope you're well and taking good care of yourself. Today's video is for those of you who are having difficulty releasing excess weight, or if you finally do release the excess weight, having difficulty keeping it off. Because I want to help you to get to the bottom of why you're not losing weight or keeping it off. So, you might be doing a wonderful job with eating right and exercising and all of those wonderful things, and maybe even releasing some excess weight. But then you get to a point where it stops. They call it a plateau. Or sometimes you end up diverting from your healthy eating habits, and then you get back onto that track of gaining weight. Trying harder, pushing harder, making it stricter is not the answer. The answer is to address the deeper drivers that are keeping you stuck, keeping that pattern going. So a lot of times we put our life on hold until we lose the weight. And I want to tell you that addressing those things that we say we're going to do once we lose the weight, now, before you lose the weight, is what's essential in being able to be comfortable with the weight loss. So I'll give you an example. I had a client who said to me, we worked on releasing weight and she was doing wonderful. And then she said to me, and she had some more weight to lose, and she said that her plan was that once she lost the weight, she would start to date. And of course, because she didn't feel like she looked good enough, that she didn't feel comfortable enough, whatever it was. But the point was that her fear of intimacy was keeping the extra weight off, because on some level, she knew that when she let go of the weight, then she would have to face her fear. So what we ended up doing was working on her fears of intimacy. And as we worked on her fears of intimacy, and she started to take baby steps, and she actually started to date before she lost the weight. And the interesting part about that was the weight started to fall off with ease as she started to address her fears of intimacy and relationships. So my message for you today is that you want to start to look at the underlying drivers, the underlying things that are keeping the weight in place. And it's a very simple practice. And you can just simply take a pencil and a paper and say, write down, when I lose the weight, I will get that job, I will buy new clothes, I will, whatever those things are that you say, I'll feel good about myself, I'll treat myself with more respect, I will stand up to my husband, I will, what are those things that you're putting your life on hold for when your weight is good, okay? And once you acknowledge what they are, your job is to start to address those things and start to do them now. What is it that you need to do to stand up to your husband? Or what is it you need to do to, buy some nicer clothes for yourself? Maybe it's just accepting yourself. Maybe it's feeling a sense of worthiness. And I have to tell you that losing weight does not make you feel worthy. If our weight loss is dependent on worthiness, how many times I've worked with women who they've lost the weight and they still don't feel worthy. They find something else to pick on. They feel something is not good enough. I was anorexic because I was never thin enough and never perfect enough. So if you're looking for perfection, you're not going to. Perfection is an illusion, and embracing where you're at right now, exploring the deeper drivers that are keeping you stuck is really the only way to attain sustainable, natural weight loss. So take out a pencil and a paper, sit yourself down, and do a little exploration. Just allow yourself to free write, release the judgment, release the story, and just get acquainted with the deeper drivers that may be keeping you stuck from letting go of the excessive pounds. And simply on the top of the paper write, when I lose the weight, I will. And just free flow. Allow yourself to generate all the things. I will buy nice clothes. I will treat myself nicer. I'll learn how to water ski. Whatever it is, I'll learn how to dance. I'll start dating. I will, whatever it is, just let yourself generate all of those things, because learning more about who you are, intimacy, right? Into me, I see, becoming more intimate with your deeper self is a part of this journey of releasing excess weight, of coming into a healthy body, mind, and spirit. So do that little exercise and notice what comes up for you. When I lose the weight, I will. And then the I will, the answer to that is that now start to take steps to address that. Maybe there's a deeper fear. Maybe I will learn to dance. Maybe you're not giving yourself the time or the space, or there's some fears around that. So that's where you need to work. That's the work of starting to take baby steps to do those things now before you lose the weight. Embracing yourself, accepting yourself. And as you start to do those things, you're going to open up a part of yourself that's looking forward to being free, a part of yourself that wants to explore, a part of yourself that is starving to be nurtured and developed. And as you do that, as you do those things that you are putting on hold, you will start to feel more alive in your life. And also the weight, it's very likely that the weight will start to fall as well. Because when we wait until we are the perfect or feel good enough about ourselves, it's not going to happen. And on some level, we put it off because there's fear. And the only way to move through the fear is to start to nurture that part of us that is scared, and to start to take baby steps in the direction of where we want to go, getting the support, getting the internal support of rooting yourself on, encouraging yourself, learning skills, learning certain things that will help you to have a more well-rounded, full life. So I hope that you take the time today to explore, to go a little deeper, to start to be curious about how you can just drop in and look at the patterns in your life and the things that the stories that you tell yourself, particularly around weight loss and diet. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. I'd love to hear your response. I do hope that you take the time to do this. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so happy that you tuned in. I look forward to hearing about your exploration. Please drop something in the thread below, make a comment, and let me know. Until next time, I wish you well. Much love. Bye now.